Assalamualaikum and good morning to Doctor and my fellow classmates. My name is Fatin. We are from Group 4 along with my group members, which are Sarah, Farah and Shaf. We will be presenting our translanguaging activity called Let's Draw Together. What is the purpose of this activity? To assist students in understanding sentence patterns and learn new words by translating Bahasa Melayu L1 instructions to English. This activity helps students utilize their existing knowledge while learning English. The task is read instructions in Bahasa Melayu L1 on how to draw a bear and write the instructions in English. Before we explain the steps, let's take a look at the instructions and the worksheet that will be provided for this activity. This is the instructions that we will provide. It has visual that helps stimulate students' brain, and as you can see, it is in Malay. We made the instructions easy to understand and very straightforward. For example, step 1, lukis satu bulatan besar. This is because we want students to be comfortable and willing to try and think about the translation in English. Next is the worksheet. Students will fill in the blanks as they create new instructions in English based on the original instructions. This worksheet does not have illustrations as we want students to draw the bear solely on the new English instructions. Let's start with step 1. Students receive the drawing instructions and read them. Students research on Google for English translation for words they are unfamiliar with. This will expand students' vocabulary by researching the word themselves and promote self-growth.
We move to step 2. In pairs, students write the instructions in English L2 by referring to L1's instructions which are in Bahasa Melayu. This step is related to collaborative learning. This is because the socio-cultural perspective used proposes that learning is based on interacting with other individuals. After interacting with others, the learning is integrated at the personal level. In this step, students may interact using English when sharing and exchanging their opinion and thoughts about the task given. Step 3. While students completing their work, teacher guides them until they finish the task. This step related to scaffolding strategies. Scaffolding is a teaching method that provides support for students to do the task they wouldn't be able to do without extra help. It helps bridge the gap between what students know and what they are expected to know. It can help students perform at a higher level. Scaffolding doesn't have to always be carried out by the teacher, but it can be carried out by anyone with a high skill level, including their friends and the use of technology such as the internet.
For step 4, the original instruction in Bahasa Melayu will be taken from the students. Then, students will draw the bear based on the newly created instructions in English. The purpose of this step is to enhance students' knowledge in understanding the English instructions while connecting their memories to Bahasa Melayu instruction. This will promote high learning retention. Not only that, students will enjoy the activity as they will feel excited drawing the bear as best as possible. Next, for this step, pair with the most correct translation and the pair with the best drawing of the bear will be rewarded. We are using behaviorism theory for this step. By giving rewards, students will be more motivated and eager to learn for the next lesson. Not only that, it also boosts students' self-esteem and confidence. We are implementing this behaviorism theory because it gives a systematic and structured approach to teaching, allowing educators to set clear goals and build consistent routines in the classroom. Furthermore, behaviorism emphasizes measurable results, allowing educators to monitor student development and modify training accordingly. Behaviorism provides a realistic paradigm for effective teaching and learning by concentrating on observable actions.
final step, teachers should keep track of common errors and construct a series of mini lessons. For this particular exercise, the language focus is SVA, which is subject-verb agreement. For example, in the worksheet where students need to draw a bear shapes, students need to translate Bahasa Melayu instruction into their L2, which is in English, such as lukis tu bentuk pujo. So students need to write draw to oval form. Teacher has to review and fix this improper use of SVA, as in SVA, plural terms require S, so the correct way to write is draw two oval forms. Since two is plural, so form need to add S at the end of the words to show the plurals. For the learning theory that can be related for this step is actually cognitivism learning theory. So everyone is aware that cognitivism describes how knowledge is absorbed, stored, and recalled by our brain. So in this lesson activity, students will comprehend their errors and their brains will remember them. For example, they knew the correct usage of SVA, plural need to add S, singular doesn't need S. So they won't make the same error twice since their minds will remember them and adjust to the new understanding. Cognitivism is actually very important in language activity for ideal memorization. Translanguaging aims to enhance students' educational experiences by recognizing and leveraging their multilingualism. It also need to be valued because it enhances student comprehensions and raises academic achievement. In fact, students who wish to improve their L2 more than their L1 will find this translation exercise beneficial. In order to gain a deeper knowledge of their lessons, for instance, in this activity, students need to draw the bear shapes and they need to translate the instruction in Bahasa Melayu to English from L1 to L2. So this activity can help students to remember the English word used such as draw, circle, heart, shapes, and others. And as a result, students don't have to rely as heavily and to depend on their L1 in order to understand their learning session, which can positively impact their performance in their L2. Okay everyone, so for the conclusion, as far as we can tell about our activity, which is draw a bear shape, the goal for our exercise is for students to gain a better understanding on how to balance their language skill, competence, and also proficiency, especially in their L1 and also L2, Bahasa Melayu, and also L2 English. So we are hope that this activity can help students to able translate words from L1 to L2 easily, to produce a better understanding among them, to indicate that this activity was successfully done. I think that's all from us, Group 4, for today's assignment. That's all. Thank you, everyone.